Anyways, folks, this is take two, showbiz, when everything goes wrong. Battery went dead on camera, whatever. Okay. But look at here, I'm doing this tonight because it's part of an exercise, folks. I'm going to talk about stage. Remember the last exercise about being comfortable being on stage? And see how I'm calmer now? Do you notice the progression, how now I can get up here and I can speak and I'm calmer. I don't feel like I have to get everything out in like 5 seconds. And that's how I want to be when I, do comedy. I want to be calm. I want to be in control. I want the audience to feel like I'm the one setting the pace. I don't want to feel nervous or jittery or like I just took a bottle of Viagra. So that's why I'm doing these exercises, folks. But look at here, real quick. I got to work tomorrow, but I want to speak about just stage. And to me, a lot of people, comedy is layered, folks. Okay? Yeah, you. Comedy is layered. And in my opinion, there's a lot of things that people should master first in order to excel at comedy. And one of those things is just simply stage presence, talking in an amplified mic, talking in a regular, normal tone. Stage is the foundation, folks. And one thing about me, like I jumped into comedy, but I had no stage preparation. I'd get up there on stage and adrenaline would flush my system. I'd start shaking, I'm like, why the hell are you shaking, boy? And to me, in order for your best self to come out, you have to conquer the stage. And like I suggested the first course, and I'm Steele, have a course where it's just called Get Over Your Stage Fright. Just let your students, like I'm doing now, get up on stage and talk about anything in a relaxed mode. Let them, hey, the stage is not your enemy. The stage is your best friend. The audience out there cannot hurt you or us. They're just props. Learn to see them as props at first, If they laugh, fine. If they don't laugh, oh well. What's the harm? It's not like you're in Vietnam being shot at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of us folks, we've been through a lot worse than an unresponsive audience. So, it's just, like I told Sean, it's like the stage to me is like my monster, man. I'm fine. And then I get up on stage and it's like, oh my God, what's happening? It's like adrenaline. And this is one thing, I'm gonna keep this short, but even professional fighters say, adrenaline will wreck you, it will freeze you up, it will just make you numb. I don't know why. So my goal is to be able to get up on stage, talk to people, and not so much worry about them, but worry about me and my pace. And example, how many of you, a lot of us work for companies, you have to go to a safety meeting or some boring meeting, and they make you always show up on like a Saturday. You'd rather be watching Saturday morning cartoons even as an adult. They're like, oh, safety meeting scheduled for Saturday. Whatever. But how many of us over the years have had to attend certain safety meetings or whatever they're called, seminars, whatever, man. And you notice how the person who gets up there and speaks, they're handed like the most boring, like a dictionary, basically. They're like, okay, you're going to read out of the dictionary. And while you're reading out of the dictionary, you're going to keep the audience engaged. But believe it or not, as a learning comic, I'm learning those people are masterful at what they do because they're ordinary administrative types that are reading literally from a dictionary. They're reading codes, regulations, safety, this, that, boom. But yet, like when I had to go to one a couple of weeks ago, I'm looking at this stuff like, you know what? They're good. Because number one, they didn't panic. Number two, they set their own pace. And number three, every now and then they throw in a one-liner in order to keep the audience entertained or interested or to wake them up. You know what I'm saying? And so, if you're a brand new comic getting into this, I suggest just looking at like some boring seminar video Amway, I don't care what it is, Amway, and watch them. Watch their pace. Watch how they're able to look at the audience while reading literally from a dictionary of codes and the most boring stuff on the planet. But look how calm they are. Look how in control they are. And to me, as a new comic, we could learn a lot from that. And so that's why I'm doing this exercise. And I'm gonna wrap this up now. But to me, the more reps you get in front of the mic and on stage, the better, I don't know, it just makes you better. Like running laps around a track, it's funny because to me, whether you're a boxer, athlete, comedy, actor, airline pilot, sanitation worker, it's all the same. You get better through repetition, by practicing, by calming our minds. Our minds are very powerful, man. It all starts and ends up here in our minds. So that's all I'm trying to do by getting up here and just calming myself down so that I can get up on stage and I can look at any of y'all out there and relax. And know that I'm just talking to a friend. Or maybe I'm talking to the girl I want to date one day. I don't know, just kidding. But that's all. So with that, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end this short video here, and I'm going to upload it. Again, this is just for my own practice. And it's very, very much, I should have did this before I even took that class. And that's why I think that class should one day have a pre-comedy class where they teach you the basics. Get up on stage, talk about anything. Talk about your dog, your cat, your pet gerbil. Talk about anything. And just learn to be comfortable in front of a crowd and let loose, All right? Because stage presence to me, folks, is everything. Stage presence is everything. Once you conquer the stage, everything else is just like secondary. It doesn't matter. Anyways, with that, look how calm, I'm proud of myself. Look how calm I am. Okay? So, with that, I'm going to end this. Now go get your shine box.